Y'all, it's getting messy out here because Lil Durk just got arrested for his involvement in the murder-for-hire plot against Quando Rondo's life. To make matters even worse for Durk, he was also caught trying to escape his arrest after he booked multiple flights to different countries to throw the police off. Unfortunately for him, they still caught up with him right when he was about to jump on his private plane, and they arrested him immediately. But before we could even process all this mess, Durk's fiancée India Royale and his ex-girlfriend Dej Loaf got into a real nasty Twitter exchange after Dej put it on blast that Durk was still laying that pipe in her on the low, even though he was supposed to be a faithful boyfriend to India. Durk's legal and personal life is a hot mess right now, and word on the street is India might have actually started singing to the cops about what she knows, cause she feels like Durk humiliated her. Child, let's get right into it, cause it's a whole lot to get into here. Now, for those of y'all who are somehow not caught up in all this mess, Durk got arrested in Florida on federal charges after he paid for the attempted 2022 of Quando Rondo at a LA gas station. The attempt wasn't successful because Rondo came out of it alive. However, his cousin Robinson wasn't so lucky because he ended up getting killed. 5 other members of Durk's OTF gang have also been arrested, and at least 2 more arrests are expected to happen anytime now. Martin Estrada, a U.S. attorney from LA, called the a cold-blooded and also put out a statement saying, "The shooting occurred in the open at a gas station at a busy intersection, endangering many others in the area. Gun crime of this sort is devastating to our community, and we will have zero tolerance for those who perpetrate such callous acts of violence." It turns out that the reason that Durk was trying to take Rondo out stems from the gruesome murder King Von outside of a nightclub in 2020. According to reports, a friend of Rondo pulled out a gun and shot Von several times. Von passed instantly. Since Von was also part of OTF, he ain't let this slide, and he put out a bounty on Rondo's head. After almost 2 years of nobody taking Rondo out, Durk decided to take matters into his own hands by setting up a plot to unalive Rondo. On August 18th of 2022, he got word that Rondo was staying at a LA hotel, and on that day, he deployed some of his OTF members, who have since been identified as DeAndre Wilson, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, Asa Houston, and a 5th unknown suspect to fly from Chicago to San Diego and then to Los Angeles to take out Rondo. The feds also found a text message between Durk and an associate from OTF arranging the flights, and it read, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Once they arrived in LA, the OTF members met Keon Grant, who's another top member of OTF. He had also flown there on a private jet. Keon got the men hotel rooms, purchased 4 ski masks, and obtained 2 luxury sedans. The next day, they followed Rondo and his cousin Robinson as they drove a Cadillac Escalade to a dispensary, a West Hollywood clothing store, and then a gas station across the street from Beverly Center. Once they got there, the OTF boys parked their car behind the station so that others could ambush Rondo. One of them stayed in the car, while others got out opening fire. Robinson, who was standing on the inside of the Escalade but missing Rondo. After literally taking out Robinson and endangering the lives of everybody who was around the area when they opened fire, they casually drove to an In-N-Out, as if nothing ever happened, to discuss payment with Keon Grant and then flew home to Chicago. Mind you, all their flights and hotels was being funded by Durk, and the feds found out about this after seeing the evidence in his iCloud and credit card records. They thought they had gotten away with it, but they soon found out they weren't as smart as they thought they was when the police arrested Keon Grant and the other boys, Lindsay, Wilson, and Houston, last Thursday on conspiracy to commit murder-for-hire charges. Once Durk got word that his people got busted, he booked 2 flights from South Florida airports, one to Dubai and one to Switzerland. He then booked a private flight to Italy, but he was arrested in Miami before he could board it. Now, like I said before, while all this was going on, Dej Loaf decided to be messy by using the situation to fetch herself some clout. She put up a tweet that insinuated that she and Durk was still in a relationship when she knew good and well he was locked in with India. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Durk Durk and Dej was rumored to be dating back in 2016, but Durk shut the rumors down when he said they was just homies. Despite him setting the record straight, Dej has been thirsty for him, and she ain't done a real good job hiding it. Now fast forward to a few days ago, she decided to put on her pedicab in the middle of all this mess with Durk, and folks was not here for it. She put up a tweet that read, "Free mine." Someone later replied to that tweet saying, "We seen that post, girl." To which Dej replied, "As you should've. I said what I said." She also put up another tweet asking people to stop being all in her business and assuming they know things when they really don't. She said, "Folks don't be knowing half of the business they be minding." Now, first of all, this tweet don't even make no sense, cause she's the one who jumped on the internet telling us about her and Durk business. Nobody was even thinking about Dej Loaf when Durk got arrested till she involved herself in it. If anything, we worried about India and them 10 kids she got. And speaking of India, word on the street is she felt betrayed by Durk when all this came out. Because not only was he going behind her back to unalive all these people, he was also slanging that thing in Dej Loaf on the low. In fact, there are even rumors going around that India might be talking to the feds as we speak. She might be telling them more info just to get back at him. As usual, this is all speculation, but it didn't stop folks from having an opinion. Like this person who said, "Dej should have kept this to herself. India about to come crazy, LOL. Let me find out India and Durk have been having themselves a Dej Loaf sandwich." Another person said, "Durk in jail worrying about India while Dej out here being messy." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Durk going to jail? And do y'all think that India really gonna snitch out of spite? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.